Welcome back to Skyrim for Seniors. We have retrieved a fragment of Uthrad, and now we need to return to Aela whoops, hit the wrong button. Somebody move the button. They do that occasionally on my controller. Yes, I use a controller. I'm using a personal computer to play the game, but I'm also using a controller. I personally find it difficult to use a keyboard and a mouse. For the first years of the game, I used an Xbox.
Have you been bringing the battle to the Silver Hand, friend? I wish I could be there with you. Soon enough.
I have the fragment, Aela.
Another piece of glory. Good work, Shield Sister.
What's the next target?
Good that you're so eager. I've caught wind that one of the Brighter Silver Hand has been sniffing around Whiterun. If you can sneak into their camp and steal her plans, we'll have the advantage.
Oh my, steal plans. Steal the plans from Redoran's retreat. Ah, we've been there too. Let me show you something. They got...
I'm still trying to figure out why Skjor let you in the first
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Nadja, go away. They've got a thing over here where they put the fragments up into this place here. Each of the fragments they put up on this board. Now, I don't know how they know that it's broken into all of these specific fragments, so they know ahead of time that they need these specific holders for each fragment, but they know. And they're ready for each of the fragments. But this is where they're putting the fragments of Uthrad. Pretty cool, huh? All right. So, I'm off to steal the plans from Redoran's retreat, which is a place we've already been, which is cool enough. It means I don't have to find some place I haven't been yet. There we go. Now, this is not a big place. We'll get the mushrooms on the way out. That was a nice shot. Center body mass. Baked potatoes. Gold, iron arrows, silver greatsword. Especially effective against undead. Now what in the world does that mean? I mean, I know what the words mean, but it doesn't actually tell you anything. I love the arrow floating over there. I like that. It amuses me.
Two threes. What was he thinking? Who never saw me pull the ace out of my boot?
Gold mud crab chitin. Wow, that is good stuff. 1600. Iron battle axe of sparks. Go away. I'll take your silver sword. What you got in the barrel? Flour. Okay. Is that your... Okay. Another miner's silver ebony mace. Woo! Okay. Got some mushrooms. Taters. Salt pile. Tomatoes. Flour. Let's see what we got here. We got nothing, meat, cabbage, and a leg of goat, and an ultimate magica, very nice. Got imp stool. And got blister wart. And got Namira's rot. And we know who Namira is. She's a rather disgusting Daedric lord. White cap. And what, bleeding crown? Whoa. Oh, that's one of my arrows, but it's sticking out of somebody. Or into somebody, depending on how you like to phrase it. I'm glad we checked that empty barrel to make sure it's empty. All right, we just came out that way. Oh, that's a very nice looking wagon wheel there. That's well done. Okay, we checked that empty sack, and it is indeed empty. I just about qualify for my empty sack certificate of expertise. I think maybe 20 more empty sacks checked and I will qualify, and I'll be gained my empty sack certificate. Well, there's one I did already. I didn't even... It was this company on the internet, and they said that if I sent them money and it's an honor system, well, I have to be honorable and keep track of the empty sacks that I've tested, and then they would send me a certificate making me an official Skyrim empty sack tester. Okay, oh, I know what I want to do. Oh. You can't really read it. Okay. All right. Never mind. It's not actually a book to read. Never mind. It's all a big secret. Nobody's supposed to know what the stratagem is. Anything. Is that what they really said? They did. Stratagem. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Stratagem.
I've been running. Have you been bringing the battle to the Silver Hand, friend?
Here are the plans for you, Ayala.
Perfect. Hopefully this will let us know more about their movement. I think we've got them on the run.
Well, I'm looking for work again.
And there is more work to be done. But I fear that Kodlak's gotten wind of our recent efforts. He's asked to see you. My advice, always be honest with the old man, but don't tell him anything he doesn't need to know.
Well, Ayala, being an old man myself, I don't approve of that way of doing things, but it doesn't do any good. He knows what you're doing. He understands you better than you think he does.
I was the newest companion until you came along. I guess that's okay. Just means I can show you the ropes.
Okay, Rhea.
Something has shifted in the moons, sister.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, you wanted to see me?
Yes, young man. Have a seat.
Oh, that's right. I'm a young person now.
I hear you've been busy of late.
Ayala and I work to avenge Score's death.
Your hearts are full of grief, and my own weeps at the loss of Skjor. But his death was avenged long ago. You have taken more lives than honor demanded. The cycle of retaliation may continue for some time. In any case, I have a task for you. Have you heard the story of how we came to be werewolves?
Let's see. Skjor said it was a blessing from Hercene, and Vilkas said it was a curse laid upon the ancient companions. Oh my, which one?
The boy has a nugget of truth, but the reality is more complicated than that.
Reality always is.
It always is.
So what is the truth then, oh Codlac, Whitemane, Harbinger, Graybeard man? No, you're not a Graybeard. That's a title. What is the truth then?
The companions are nearly 5,000 years old. This matter of beast blood has only troubled us for a few hundred. One of my predecessors was a good but short-sighted man. He made a bargain with the witches of Glenmoral Coven. If the companions would hunt in the name of their lord Hircine, we would be granted great power.
And they became werewolves.
They did not believe the change would be permanent. The witches offered payment, like anyone else. But we had been deceived.
Ah. But aren't you more powerful now?
The witches didn't lie, of course. But it's more than our bodies. The disease, you see, affects not just our bodies. It seeps into the spirit. Upon death, werewolves are claimed by Hircine for his hunting grounds. For some, this is a paradise. They want nothing more than to chase prey with their master for eternity. And that is their choice. But I am still a true Nord, and I wish for Sovngarde as my spirit.
That makes sense. Well, Mr. Whitemane, is there a way to cure yourself?
That's what I've spent my twilight years trying to find out. And now I've found the answer. The witch's magic ensnared us, and only their magic can release
That's
us.
usually the way it works.
They won't give it willingly, but we can extract their foul powers by force.
Okay.
I want you to seek them out. Go to their coven in the wilderness. Strike them down as a true warrior of the wild.
Okay.
And bring me their heads, the seat of their abilities. From there, we may begin to undo centuries of impurity.
It shall be done.
Good. Now move quickly, and don't leave any of them alive. Talos guide you, lass.
Okay, well, a few moments ago you were... Oh, never mind. Right. Leave none of them alive, right. Okay, you were chastising... Never mind. Okay, got it.
I've been tending to the warriors at your Vasco for as long as I can remember.
witches, huh? Well, witches won't have armor. The reason I said that about the witches was the weight issue. There won't be a lot of weight to worry about with respect to the witches. So, as a result, I'm going to go with the weight of 24 instead of 23. I'm going to go heavy. I'm going to let myself go heavy. I'm going to go overweight. Okay. Optional. I didn't know it was optional. That didn't sound like it was optional to me when Codlac was telling me to wipe out every single one of them. But nobody standing guard up there? Okay. All right, fine. You may remember we discovered this place sort of by accident some time back, which is why we didn't have to go thrashing about in the wilderness to find it. What have we got? We've got spiders. Big, hairy spiders. Where the hell did you go? All right, well, let's not worry about the spider. Stand still. Thank you. Now you're going to show up, aren't you? Well, where'd you go? Well, you weren't there just a second ago. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Okay, you can just stay right down there. Alright, everybody be really quiet. Thea has a nasty habit that when I'm sneaking around someplace where I'm really worried, she'll make noise and scare the pee-dookie out of me. Okay, what's the red dot? Ah, a spider. Oh, these nasty caves. Put my nerves on edge. And then this is not exactly search the Glenmora Witch. Yeah, right. Yeah, they come away with its head. Okay. That's a happy thing. Okay, now, see what? This is something I don't use because they generally just drive me crazy. This is one of the few places where they can actually be useful. But mostly the maps in Skyrim are, well, they're just largely useless. So I ignore them by and large. Every once in a while I'll pop it out and look at it, but mostly I just ignore them. If you're going to shoot, shoot. Don't talk. And that's a line from a movie, by the way. I stole that line, fair and square, from the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But it's a am I seeing her or no, I'm not. Whoa. Now I'm seeing her. But I have often found myself watching television and movies staring at the screen, grinding my teeth, and saying, just pull the trigger. But of course, the screenwriters have to keep the drama going. So they don't actually want the person to pull the trigger. They want soap opera drama. They don't want the situation to be resolved. They want it to be prolonged and perhaps made worse. Now, bless you, child, bless you. Thea's having a sneezing fit in the background. Yes, I thought I saw an ore vein. I love ore veins. And now we will continue our exploration down this way. What have we got? We've got 2. And we know there's 1 laying in the floor in the middle of a place waiting for us. I guess we're headed back down to the floor now. Ooh, a basket. Nice shade. Now, who in the world walked into this place with a basket with ingredients in it? That was a mistake, wasn't it? Whoever did it. And here we have another one of these offshoots. And we have 2 arrows left on the compass. So it looks like we got 2 more witches to hunt down. It's not exactly hunting, is it? Have you got a protecting spider in here? Those things are awful looking. They're not all that bad as adversaries. They're just horrible looking. And must be pretty painful when they take off the head, because they really sort of jerk and spasm, and then when they come down, they're missing their head. But that makes sense. It's not all that easy to cut the head off somebody. It's fairly well attached. Spinal column is actually pretty tough. That's why historically they've used either an axe or a really heavy sword. Or in the case of the Japanese, a very, very sharp sword wielded at very, very high speed. I should say the Japanese and the Koreans. Japanese do not have a... Okay, now, those stakes completed wiping out the Glenmora witches. But we haven't necessarily completed wiping out the companions of the... What is this? No, they're just faking you out. There's nothing there. Not you, but me, faking me out. Oh, we got birds' eggs. We got birds in here? Why would a bird come into this place? Oh, I think I just earned my certificate, my online certificate. I think I just earned it there. And a ruby necklace. Except I didn't take it. Okay, there we go. Okay. You have to feel for the poor apes. I mean, no thumbs. And you know, there's been a court case where the some useful idiots have tried to declare them as human. I'm not sure what their overall. I think it was so that somebody would stop mistreating them, or at least mistreating them in the eyes of these folks. I think that was their overall purpose. Was these people felt that that the that these apes were being mistreated, and their methodology of trying to get them to be not mistreated was to go to court and have them declared as humans, which would stop that particular, whatever the mistreatment was, it would have stopped that particular mistreatment. And okay, so this is it for this segment, and we'll start back and I guess report back to Codlac Whitemane with the heads of the Glenmoral witches.